Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Green, and probably the best way to describe me is to say that I'm a mathematician. To give you some idea of what that means that I speak about math at schools, as I suspect some of you are still currently in the process of studying. I studied mathematics at university, and at the end of my time there, I decided I still hadn't had enough of math, so I carried on and did a bit of research in math. Now my job is to talk about mathematics in a lot of different ways, so I lecture part-time at a university, I go into schools, I go to science festival talks, and I joined a club that tries to solve crimes. I'm going to try and give you a little bit of insight into what being a mathematician is, because I'm guessing it may be a bit mysterious for you. If I think back to when I was at school, I probably couldn't have answered that question. What does a mathematician do all day? Are they just counting higher and higher? It's really not clear at all, and I think it's a bit of a shame because there are some really interesting things to say about this. So I would like to talk about what I call unsolved puzzles in mathematics, and I've called it this for a couple of reasons. As you know, I'm a mathematician, and a lot of my friends are also mathematicians. One thing that we all have in common is that we all really like puzzles. I really enjoy doing puzzles and sharing puzzles and writing puzzles and entering international puzzle competitions. There's something really common about the idea of finding the answer, or maybe getting stuck partway through something and thinking, how can I look at this a different way? Can I break this down into smaller problems? Can I use something I already know to try and attack this problem? It's very much the same process. We're teaching people math that was done hundreds of years ago. All of it's very well understood and well known, and this is the kind of thing you learn at school. But obviously people are still researching this, and when you're studying math at school, the puzzles that you get are typically, what's the answer to this problem? If you go on to study mathematics at university, the puzzles become a bit more interesting. When you become a researcher in math, you get to pick your own puzzles. Obviously there are various differences, I guess. The thing about math that a lot of people don't realize is that it's actually really creative. A lot of people think of math as being at kind of the opposite end of a spectrum to something like arts. You're one kind of person or the other, and that's really not the case at all. So mathematicians have to spend all of their time having ideas. They have to think about things in ingenious new ways. They have to make connections between things, and they have to come up with reasons for what they think. Another interesting thing about my job is that I have enough freedom to work from home and even from different places. I really like this part of the job because it allowed me to join a club that sheds light upon unsolved crimes. And what suits a mathematician better than puzzles? Unsolved crimes. There, I met different people who also fancy solving crimes, and although we do not even know each other's names, we have a kind of connection, especially in my case with a particular person in the group. She is intelligent and able to solve any mystery. Working in a library definitely helps to think outside the box and look for the guilty person that committed the crime. Her smile and the sparkle in her eyes makes me feel happy every time I see her. Anyway, mathematicians love any kind of puzzle or mystery that we can explore and solve.